Hi, my name is Lana Riel. I am an artist. I'm an oil painting mostly. This is my studio in Galway, Ireland. I am in the artist path for the past 8 years or so, maybe more, and I never had a sketchbook practice. I used to doubt myself oftentimes because I used to see all these amazing artists and these daily sketchbook practice that they used to have. This is not something that I have done in my life. During the pandemic, I kind of started trying things out, things that I have never done, and since then my art practice started to develop so quick because I was working so much in the studio, and then I was okay, maybe instead of just doing my sketches previous my paintings, I can have a sketchbook and just have fun with it. And that's what I did. I started having a sketchbook only for oil paintings that I haven't finished, and then after that I realized that oil painting sketchbook is not very handy because you gotta wait for the paint to dry, and even though it can be quite dry the very next day, sometimes it kept me for painting, if that makes sense. And then I bought this sketchbook for watercolor, and I just enjoy it so much, and I thought I could share what I have created because this is the very first sketchbook I have ever finished in my entire life. But at the same time, I think it's just a very interesting way of looking at things, and it's also a invitation to wonder about your own practice, because I have been doing art and creating paintings and doing like artworks for so long, and sketchbook is something new in my life. So I don't know, I've seen another artist saying a similar thing as well, that she didn't have a sketchbook practice and sometimes she felt like an imposter in this career because it's just so common, and I don't know, there is this pressure that we have to do the same things that the other artists are doing just for the sake of being an artist, I suppose, for this incessant search for validation. I don't know what it is, but if you don't have a sketchbook practice, it's fine. If you do it the way you enjoy it the most, you know. And I also have this one here. It's another sketchbook I got at the end of last year. It's a bonus. So let's go. Welcome to my sketchbook. On the first page I try to put my infos in case I lost my sketchbook, someone can find me and give me back. On the first page I made sure that I did something very ugly because I didn't want to feel pressure, because when you have this new sketchbook, it's so pretty and everything is just so precious, that I just wanted to make something very ugly. And like here is written in Portuguese, this page need to be ugly. This page must be ugly. And I promise that I won't draw anything good. Maybe it was just the mindset I had at the time, I don't know. It was in 2020 that I thought it would be interesting to bring this energy, this intention to this sketchbook, because then I put all the pressure out and I have more time and freedom to play. On the first page, I didn't know what to do. I drew a still life, a very simple sketch, just a couple minutes, just to have something. It was from that page over Instagram. Still life is still here. I saw someone doing something related to this, and then I just got really inspired, and then I try it myself, but it's not something that I do very often. So yeah, but it was quite an interesting experience. Here I drew from imagination. It was my first like drawing that I was doing by myself. I was thinking about transformation, and I don't know, I was very sad at this moment when I got this sketchbook, and I ended up making a painting out of this. I will put it here. The name of this painting is Meditation, and was very interesting, the process of creating this, because it's I don't know, it was a very reflective time. We were in the middle of quarantine. I was locked down. I was very lonely, and I was going through this process of dealing with my past and my traumas and healing the things that were holding me back, so I could move on with a healthier life and mindset. Yeah, a few quotes about loneliness. There is this beautiful quote here that I remember I sent to a friend of mine because I thought she would like to hear it. I know sometimes I cannot even breathe deeply, and the night sky is no home. And you have cried yourself to sleep enough times that you are down to your last 2%. But nothing is infinite, not even loss. You are made of the sea and the stars, and one day you are going to find yourself again. By Jim Collins. Suppose. And here's a picture of one of my friends. And then a landscape. I used to do that a lot when I had paint leftovers, because I didn't want to waste anything, so I would just put them in whatever. And this is one of these paintings that doesn't even make sense, like the lightning with the moon. I don't know, I don't like it, but it's here, it's fine. This was the beginning of the series I created, that it's the women crying. It's we are all under the same moon, and this is a lady in the forest. It was just the very first concept. And then I got another picture of another friend, and she was drinking in a bar, or I don't know, in a restaurant. And then I just wrote this poem. I'm not waiting for you anymore, but yes, I still here, sitting at the same table. Perhaps I'm missing those universe glasses. I love this poem very, very much. Playing around with colors again and leftovers from my paintings. This doesn't make sense. Probably I was in the toilet drawing, I don't know. This is my friend. She was traveling to Scotland, and she took this very cute picture in the roof. and she was wearing this yellow jumper with the yellow trees. Was everything very cute. I just did this sketch of her. Again, more paint leftovers. I'm allowed to nurture my artist. And then you can't really see here, but there's drawings of mushrooms here in this part, and here it's like things from imagination, and a poem from Mary Oliver saying, instructions for living a life. Pay attention, be astonished, tell about it. It's so beautiful, it's so precious. More things that doesn't make any sense, it's super ugly. And here I just wrote a quote that you have to learn that not all of your friends are good for you. Really random sketches. I just wanted to draw, and I remember was sitting with my partner. He was telling me things to draw, and then I was just draw them from imagination, I suppose. I think that we were close to adopt Arthur because this is his previous name. Before we adopted him, his name was Zap, and this is a very horrible sketch of a dog. And yeah, I don't know, we do have this cup. Probably this is my partner. This is a witch and some art, some very ugly things that doesn't make any sense. I don't think I drew that. Maybe my partner drew that because it doesn't look like my drawings, but who knows, maybe it was me. And here is just something that I was trying out, like a very simple sketch with some gold paint. I think I have just gotten this gold painting, and it was very interesting to do this sketch. Again, more graffiti and ink, golden ink. Yeah, super cute. Super cute. This was based in a tarot card called the Star. It's a very beautiful card represented by a woman, and I don't know, I just thought it would be nice to represent this card. It's my favorite tarot card of all times, so yeah. Maybe I will paint it again, but in my own style instead of just reproducing something that already exists. And I must tell, I love golden paint. You guys must know, if you know my work, I love gold paintings. So yeah. I hope you like it as well. This is illustration I did with color pencils. I never draw with color pencils, but was super interesting to do that. Some ones. This sketch I painted for one of my first videos here on YouTube, and was one of my first experiences painting with gouache, and was quite interesting because I have never used gouache before, and I don't know, it felt super nice to do this sketch. And then again, the markers that I bought, they they mess up my sketchbook, but these were two hands, super nice, sturdy. And a poem by Ruby Kaun. Don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's amazing. This is a tree from my hometown. I love the fruits that this tree gives. It's not quite a fruit we eat with like salt and like at lunchtime or
don't know. It's Pequi, the name, and I love it very, very much, and it's one of the things I miss the most living abroad. It's the food from my hometown, I suppose, because it's just so good. Really, if you have never been to Brazil, you have to, and then you're gonna eat all the fruits and all the goodies that we have there, because everything is quite delicious. So this sketch I did one day. We were outside. I did this painting here, where, yes, these two different paintings I did on this day. It was April 24, 2021. It was super interesting. I never plein air. I never paint plein air, but this was a very nice experiment, a very different style, a lot more impressionist than my regular style, but was very interesting. And this day, close to this lake, I photographed this boat, and I drew this on the car coming back home, because I was so inspired. I didn't want to stop painting and creating, and yeah. And this is a manifestation, I suppose, for the house I wanted to live. The name of this poem I wrote is Yellow Flowers. I also filmed the process of this painting on one video. It was a very interesting painting. I did it plein air, and was super nice. Like, the sky was crazy, and I tried to represent it before it changed, but I couldn't do it very well. It's also gouache painting. So this is foxes. They're super cute. I really love this spread, and I love it painting them. Maybe I will put them in a painting. Just studies. This is a study from a book, and this is a study from a picture over Instagram. It's also a friend of mine, but it doesn't look like her, so I didn't even show her. But I love it, the lightning on the photo, and I tried to reproduce it, and it was super interesting to see the outcome, even though the painting, it's not similar to the picture, and her, like, this face doesn't look like her, but it's fine. I mean, it's just a quick study anyway. Probably I just didn't want to throw paint away, and then I did these spreads. Yeah. And I took a picture of this door one day coming back home, and after a while I just painted it because I just thought it was so pretty. And this is a picture I got over Instagram to paint. Hand study, eyes, more hand study. But this page, it's the first time I painted with oils on this sketchbook. You can see super glossy. It was a study for a painting that I wanted to do, and I ended up not using these hand, but it was super fun, this exercise. I really enjoy it. Really enjoy doing it. A very horrible sketch. I think that I was in the graveyard. I only had these materials, and then I used it, and it was looking horrible, and is what it is. It took me many hours to do this sketch, which is very interesting because it's just a mushroom. But yeah, it was super nice to do that. I'm very happy I did. And a few studies. This is so wrong. Everything is wrong about this, this face and the body and everything. But you know, it's what it is. This was me studying for a painting I just did. But this painting here, I did everything from imagination just to have an idea about the concept I was going to bring to the painting, and ended up being something completely different. But I could see the image, you know, first before I put on my big wooden panel. It was very interesting to do that. This I did one day on the trees. I just brought my gouache paintings with me, and then I was painting. I was feeling super rough, like super rusty, because it was been a while since the last time I painted on my sketchbook with gouache, and I wasn't feeling like doing it, but at the same time, at least I did something, you know. It doesn't have to look good, just have to be done. This is a oil sketch. I also primed the paper with gesso, and then I did this painting. I was planning on paint this in a big wooden panel, but after, I think everything was from imagination as well, and I didn't really I don't like her face. I don't like the colors, it's too bright, but I actually like the colors. I don't know, you know what I mean. Maybe I have to develop this idea a little bit more so I can actually paint it in a panel and it's going to look the way I want it to look. I don't know. A poem by Alice Walker and a intuitive painting here. One of my first times doing that, and I love it so much. It's my new jam. Look. I love it. I mean, come on. This I was in the bar in town the other day, and then I just was doodling. My friend wanted to tattoo a rat, but an Irish rat, so it would be almost like a chip. And anyway, we were at the bar just doing this, whatever it is. And this spread is quite funny. I was with my friends. We were partying at home. My friend had just bought this instrument. It's a oh my god, I don't banjo. Yeah, it's a banjo, and yeah, it was just so funny. This is Zoan. He has this hat, and then he put these socks and Brazilian flip flops, and it was super funny. We were just laughing and drawing. I think he drew these. Yeah, he drew the lighter, the cigarette, and the TV, the TV control, and yeah, it's super fun. This was doing some studies out of sculptures, and yeah, that's it.
for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I really enjoyed creating all these different artworks in different styles and exploring. I hope you like watching it. I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching.